So do you live in the Hamilton or Halton region, you're thinking maybe it's time to buy or sell a home? It's important to be part of a very successful team, and I know just the gentleman who's part of that team. It's RyanMclean with Keller Williams Complete Real Estate. Welcome to WMB Business.
Thanks, Al.
Tell me a little bit about Keller Williams. How did it all start?
Yeah, so Keller Williams, it's a brokerage that started in the 80s. Been around just over 30 years. Grown to be the largest company in the world now, and we started this Hamilton brokerage just over 2 years ago.
Now, you actually used to work as a nurse in the healthcare field, and then you went into real estate. Why make that change, and can you transfer some of those skills into being a real estate agent?
Yeah, so I was a nurse for 10 years before I got into real estate. The type of nursing I did was a bit unique. I did medevac. I worked up in the Arctic Circle in Nunavut, and I worked internationally. It was a great way to see the world. But eventually, when I made the transition to real estate, a lot of people asked me, nursing to real estate seems like a big change, but it really isn't. Both situations have lots of high stress, which I'm good with. Both of them have lots of moving parts, which I like to control. And at the end of the day, both roles are I'm here to help somebody. So whether it be through nursing or through real estate, that's my focus.
We talked a bit about education earlier, Ryan. Now, you even actually work as a teacher sometimes, teaching some of these real estate agents.
Yeah, so education really is a key. I take a lot of courses. I'm continually trying to learn more. And as I learn, I like to pass that along to other agents so they get to learn. Quick question for you, Hal. How long have you owned real estate?
Oh, about 20 years.
About 20 years. So you've seen a few markets come and go. So as a real estate professional, I really need to understand what the market looks like now and what's going to happen in the future so I can help educate my buyers so they make informed decisions.
The federal government has made some recent changes when it comes to getting a mortgage, especially for first-time home buyers. It's a little more challenging. How has that impacted your industry?
Yeah, so those changes are relatively new. The goal of those changes were obviously to cool the market a little bit. So exactly how that's going to happen over the next little while, we'll all get to watch and see how that happens. But really, it changed for people that are doing high ratio mortgages, so less than 20% down, really reduced their buying power by 20%, which is quite significant. So exactly the implication we'll see over the next couple of months.
What are some of the biggest changes you've seen, Ryan, especially over the last 10 years?
Well, how's it changed? So when I first got into real estate, they gave me a pager. So a lot's changed in 10 years. But really where it's changed the most has been where people get their information. So now there's lots of information out there for buyers and sellers. This show being one of them, there's other shows. The internet's full of information, some of it accurate, some of it not. So really my role is not to gather information for people anymore. It's more about just interpreting it and making sure they have the right information so they can make informed decisions.
So I'm wondering, where do you find a lot of your buyers, Ryan?
Buyers are really electronic now. That's where they're finding their information. They're doing it online, they're doing it in different sources. They're not going to traditional sources, the newspaper, to one or two websites. They're really getting it from a broad spectrum of different areas. So when we market homes, we have to make sure that we're in all those different areas that all the buyers will know about our listings.
I want to have a look at one of the areas where you just sold a house. Can we do that?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go. Come follow us.
I first met Ryan in the spring of 2012 when I was interested in the new condos at City Square and in the second division part that they were building. And he guided me through the process of selling our current condo and buying the new condo. And him and his team were always very professional, very knowledgeable, and encouraging in times of stress for me. And I would fully recommend them to anybody who's interested in enthusiastic real estate team.
I met Ryan about 3 years ago, and I had some very ambitious goals. I'm an investor, or at the time I had resigned from my job and wanted to make a living full-time as a real estate investor. And so I sat down with Ryan and one of his team members and told him my goals. And over a 2.5-year process, we successfully bought 5 investment properties together.
We're in this beautiful custom-built home here, Ryan. How long did it actually take to sell?
This home did sell very quickly. We are in a market that is seller's market. There's more buyers than there are homes to sell. So when selling homes quickly, we have to make sure to get full market value. I really need to make sure I get full market exposure very quickly, and that's what our strategies do for our sellers and for these sellers. They're very happy.
How would you compare, let's say, the Hamilton-Halton market to, let's say, a bigger market such as Toronto or Vancouver?
Another good question. When you listen to the national statistics and what's going on in the news, really they're going to be dominated by the Vancouver, Toronto, Calgary type market. And that information is very important. However, it may not directly affect our area that we're working in with our clients. So we have to understand what that is so I can provide the right information to our clients so they make informed decisions.
Would you say a big reason why the property values have increased exponentially in the Hamilton region is because of the huge influx of people from Toronto coming out this way?
We're definitely getting a lot more people coming west. So the Toronto market obviously is much higher values, and when people are going to purchase, they're coming west to do that. So again, when we want to get full market value, we want to make sure we market into those areas where those buyers are coming from, and that's what we do.
And the average house price in Toronto is what, just over $1 million too right now?
It is.
We sold our home here in Hamilton. It was a very quick sale, and the McLean team was absolutely fabulous. They were very supportive. Not only did they sell our home here in Hamilton, they found us a beautiful home in Port Dover that we're moving to in a couple weeks. My husband and I want to take this opportunity to thank Ryan and Grant and the entire McLean team for that fantastic job they did.
Now, as part of the RyanMclean experience, you actually have a team, including a home stager, and you have a photographer too.
You know what, we really surround ourselves with the best professionals we can find, really the top in the industry. So our stager consultation is amazing. It's complimentary. Our photography, which is the best tool I have to drive people to the property, we make sure that they're amazing, including some virtual tours that we're doing now, that the buyers can really get the experience of the home as opposed to just looking at pictures.
Well, when it comes time to sell, I know the gentleman I'll be calling right here, RyanMclean and his team. Ryan, thanks so much for joining us on We Mean Business.
Good to see you, Al.
And for more information, make sure you check out their website.